Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 57. Washington Commanders taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, you look at the Ravens, champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013. And they've been one of the best teams in the NFL the last decade or so. And now they look to cap off a tremendous season.
And to your point, we have to remember that Baltimore Ravens history starts in 1996 when the Browns moved from Cleveland. Since then, they've won the Super Bowl twice, number 47, as you mentioned, and also Super Bowl 35 in Tampa over the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, this is a Washington team that kind of flew under the radar this year. They weren't exactly preseason favorites to be here, far from it. But I guess it just shows you what a name change can do, I suppose. They're in the Super Bowl in their first year, Charles, as the Commanders.
The name may have changed, but the history is still there. 1992, Super Bowl 26, that was the last time that they were here more than a quarter century ago. But remember, they won Super Bowl 17 with Joe Theismann and John Riggins, and Super Bowl 22 with Doug Williams and Timmy Smith leading.
The hype and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
We've seen Lamar Jackson dance all over defenses throughout the regular season, but this is the first time we've seen him stepping up to the Super Bowl spotlight. You always thought you'd see him get here at some point. In fact, on draft night, he told us he was bringing a Super Bowl to Baltimore.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Jackson going to run again. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. To throw is Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now is the punter, Jordan Stout. It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. Leading them out, it's the rookie out of North Carolina, Sam Howell.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Jackson now. He finds his man, complete. It's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Foul to the air on 1st and 10. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Howell. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Flowers. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Andrews. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. Shifts by him. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 26 yards. yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Sam Howell and the rest of this offense running back out. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're...
The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Patrick Queen coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Tackle there by Michael Pierce. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Robinson will try to pick it up. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Following the fumble recovery, Howell. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to. The field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Howell. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 41, Jackson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Now Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jackson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Following the fumble recovery, Howell winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 17-14. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
This is all time.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end. And now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for
these two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased. Doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Looking to throw again on second down. Howell. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. And Thomas has it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Little bootleg here, Howell. And Brate, the tight end's got him. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Howell throwing on first down here. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. To throw again on second down. Howell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Another throw for Howell. And this is going to be incomplete. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. 2nd down, Howell now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyus Bowser able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. 3rd and long, here's Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson from 19 yards away. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it concluded with the touchdown pass to Antonio Gibson. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him. The mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the third quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Powell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing here, Howell. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 6. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
I'll give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Powell's throw complete there to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Powell. Underneath, he's got Brate. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Powell. Out to his left. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Again, Jackson will keep it. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Here's Jackson. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. 4th down, here's Jackson. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Now Jackson. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the first chance of this overtime will go to Washington as we are back underway. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. A 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. They take over at the 26-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? You're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time, and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. It's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.